All right, let's talk about one of the most important and, let's be honest, most ignored systems in your entire house. We're going to get into the stuff that'll save you a ton of time, money, and maybe most importantly, a whole lot of headaches. Let's do this. So let me ask you a question. What's the single hardest working machine you own? I'll give you a hint. It's not your TV, it's not your car. It's that thing that's humming along, day in and day out, totally in the background, until the day it suddenly stops. Yep, you got it. It's your HVAC system. Your heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. I mean, think about it. This thing is an absolute workhorse, your home's personal bodyguard against the weather. It's fighting off bitter sub-zero wind chills one season and then turning around to battle those sticky 95-degree humid days the next. So let's start by giving this machine the respect it deserves, because it truly is your home's unseen hero. And boy, when that hero goes down, you feel it almost instantly. And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? A breakdown isn't just some small hassle. We are talking about your house becoming basically unlivable in just a few hours. Your cozy living room turns into a walk-in freezer, or your bedroom becomes a sauna. The stakes are really high. But here's the good news. Most of the time, these systems don't just die without any warning. They actually try to tell you when something's wrong. You just have to know how to listen, how to speak their language. Okay, so let's talk about your air conditioner. If you notice any of these things happening, like it seems to be running all the time but it's still warm inside, or you see actual ice building up on the pipes, that's not normal. Your system is literally screaming for help. So what's actually going on? Well, the technical name for this is a frozen evaporator coil, but you don't need to remember that. All you need to know is that your AC basically can't breathe. It can't pull heat out of your house, so it starts freezing itself solid instead. And you want to know what the #1 cause of this huge, expensive problem is? A dirty air filter. Seriously, that's it. It's a simple and totally preventable chain reaction. The clogged filter chokes the system, it can't get enough warm air, and then bam, the refrigerant gets so cold it turns into an ice machine. Now here's another really important one to listen for. It's called short cycling. You know when your system kicks on, runs for like 2 minutes, shuts off, then kicks right back on again? That is terrible for your system. It puts a massive amount of wear and tear on all the most expensive parts. So all these warning signs, they eventually lead you to that one big, dreaded question every homeowner has to face. Is it time to repair this thing again, or do I need to bite the bullet and replace it? Well, there's a surprisingly simple rule that can help you decide. I want you to remember this number. $5,000. This is the key. This number is your best friend when you're trying to make this super stressful financial decision. Okay, so here's how this little magic trick works. You find out how old your system is, in years. Then you get a quote for the repair cost. You multiply those two numbers together. So let's say your furnace is, 12 years old, and it needs a $500 repair. You go 12 times 500, that's $6,000. And since $6,000 is more than our magic number of $5,000, it's time to replace it. So really, it's all about balancing that age against the cost. Look, if your system is pretty new or the repair is cheap, it probably makes sense to just fix it. But the second you cross that $5,000 line, or if you feel like you're calling a repair guy every other season, it's time. Your money is better spent on a new, more efficient system. So you've made the big call. Now comes the other hard part, finding a good, trustworthy person to actually do the job. And believe me, not all HVAC companies are the same. This checklist right here, this is your shield. This will protect you. You want to insist on technicians who are NATE certified. That's the gold standard. Never, ever agree to work without getting the price up front in writing. And that last one is a big one. If you're getting a whole new system, they must do a manual J load calculation. It's a fancy term for actually doing the math to figure out the exact right size unit for your house. If they just kind of shrug and guess, that's a huge red flag. Okay, so let's just step back and look at everything we've covered. Think of this as your new, upgraded homeowner toolkit for dealing with one of your home's most essential systems. You're not just guessing anymore. You now have the power to spot those warning signs way before they turn into a full-blown emergency. You have a super simple rule to help you make a tough financial decision. And you have a checklist so you can hire a real pro with confidence. And that is really the whole point. Being an informed homeowner doesn't mean you have to become a technician. It just means knowing enough to protect your house, your comfort, and your bank account. It's amazing how a little bit of knowledge can save you so much. So I'll leave you with this final thought. When was the last time you really looked at your system, popped in a new filter, or just listened to it run? Go check on your unseen hero and ask yourself, is it ready for the next battle? Thanks for joining me.